Madan. Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to our program, Mr. Madan.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for accepting my invitation for this
Thank
great
you.
program. Yeah, today we have participants. They want to know about QA tester or QA engineer. Let's say they want to and they have some question to be answered. So today I will ask some of them to you because we already getting a lot of questions from our students. So I will try to ask you the one that I remember. We will also check if there's any additional question in the chat. So. And also, I will get your feedback. I may also add some of my comments because I'm also learning about those terminologies. I am actually a Salesforce developer. So first I want to introduce myself quickly, then I will ask you to introduce yourself.
Of course.
Yeah, my name is Ebrar, and I'm a career coach in Vice Quarter. And actually, I've been living in United States in 19 years, and I have like education background. So I used to work as a math professor in different community colleges and universities around Chicago area. But now I'm in Salesforce world, and in IT world, we learn something new every day. So it's so excited. So now I start learning about being a QA engineer because we have classes at Vice Quarter, and now I wanna hear from you. Can you introduce yourself and maybe tell us what you do at Vice Quarter?
Thank you very much. Firstly, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Mehmet Maden. Actually, I am a mechanical engineer. I have also a master's degree in international relations. To tell about myself, I want to start with a story. When I was in middle school, I started writing codes with my father. My first code was solving a few math problems, but it was really excited. I was very excited, and this memory take a great part in my brain. And even today, when I think about that memory, it makes me happy.
Is that how you decide to be a QA engineer?
It is how I became interested in IT actually. But in time, of course, I have developed a lot of things. Firstly, in the past, I have developed a game actually, which is on Google Play right now. Small, simple, but funny game.
That's cool.
And also, I have developed, if there are games here, they will know role-playing games. A role-playing game on PC, but it hasn't finished yet. It's like a hobby for me. And after that, I started my professional life in IT. And in Vice Quarter, I am an instructor.
That's
and I will
great.
try to teach what I know.
Yeah, that's great. I know our instructor Ahmed is teaching right now Turkish classes, but you will be teaching English classes, correct?
Yes, I will.
Okay, great. Okay, so here's my question. And I want to actually know about the job opportunities about QA, being QA tester, because okay, we have courses. There are a lot of courses, a lot of resources out there. So if someone interested to be QA engineer, they want to know what are the job opportunities for them. So could you please tell us information that maybe share your own experience, or maybe you may want to include some of other fields that they may do in the job market as a QA tester or QA engineer?
Of course. From my perspective as a mechanical engineer, and I faced a lot of difficulties. For example, let's think you live in a city and there are, as a mechanical engineer, I'm explaining, there are a few factories. For mostly maximum, there might be 20 opportunity for you. And you will apply them, of course. But when you're being a tester, when you decide to be a tester, you will work from your computer, from your internet connection, actually. So all over the world, all companies will be ready to serve you or hire you, of course. Let's think about the numbers, 20 and 2000. Which way would you choose? Of course, 2000 and there will be out of income, of course, with that. You will choose one company from them and continue your life with these companies, for example. And as a QA tester, you will learn how to test websites and web applications, for example, and mobile applications, sorry, and a few programming languages, perhaps. I'm sorry, tools. I meant tools. So while this wild knowledge will help you get the job, and there are really a lot of people looking for a tester. If you need a proof, you can check LinkedIn. Just write there QA engineer and you will see thousands of jobs. And they are changing every day. Think about that. They are finding what they're looking for, the person to work with them, and a new company post a new job there. And think about the possibility. And as you know, this might be a critical breakpoint for your life to change to new career. I know it for the most of you, and this is a really good opportunity for everybody. I have to say that. I can say that.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for those information. So yeah, now I want to learn about the class structure. So I heard that you're gonna give English classes, and instructor Ahmed already started last week. So now you're actually gonna do the same classes in English, but that will start this Saturday, correct?
Yes, correct. It is.
Okay. So can you give us information about the class structure and the plan about this QA course in English?
As in Turkish course, we will touch a lot of different subject and tools. For example, first thing first, of course, Core Java and other FE programs. I do not want to burn you with technical stuff, so I will just tell the fundamental tools, a few tools. And yes, we are going to try to teach you everything from scratch, from zero to the peak. When we start the lesson, we will start with fundamentals, and step by step, we will improve the lessons to be a professional. And a few tools, if I have to, I should mention. Firstly, we will learn Java, then Selenium WebDriver, and API and SQL. These are a few terms in the tester, in being a tester. And Appium to test mobile applications, and Cypress, which is very popular these days. And you will be able to test the application with these programs. And we will start our lessons mostly at 20 o'clock in Turkish clock, and
Mhm.
then till 23.
Okay. Okay. Since the QA tester class for Turkish students already started, can the
Mhm.
students still able to join that class, or do you suggest them to join English class?
Firstly, to open the world's opportunities, you should use your English, of course. So I strongly advise you to join English classes because most of the time when you apply to the job, they will ask you English questions. And if you are applying for a job which is on in Canada, USA, or England, of course they will use English mostly. So if you start English course, of course you will use your English, and while you are learning, you will improve your English too, and you will get used to those technical terms, English terms. So
Mhm.
I believe you should choose English. But of course, if you have already started in Turkish lessons, Turkish course, if you ask our customer services, they will gladly help you to join the English course too. You can take both of them, but they are at the same time, so you cannot watch both of them at the same time.
Yeah, I actually asked this similar question to instructor Ahmed. He also mentioned that English classes and Turkish classes will run at the same time. But
Mhm.
the good part about it, since those courses, the classes will be recorded, if
Of course.
someone would like to, watch Turkish and then English, they could do it, or they can attend actually there's a 1 week difference between, so they cannot do it on the same day, but if they wanna listen Turkish classes and then 1 week later, not same day but maybe 1 week later, English lessons will be there, so they can also do that. But yeah, definitely, as you suggested, I agree with you that keep track of English classes will be very beneficial, if student able to speak Turkish, if it's their first language, then they may prefer to attend Turkish classes, but then they can attend English classes that will help them to improve their English skills. But at the same time, if they didn't start yet, so of course they can start with your class, but then they can request from vice quarter team to reach out to previous recording, maybe if they missed the last week, so they
Mhm.
can still register for English class, continue English class, and then ask for the recording for Turkish class. So that could be also another option for them. So it's pretty good. Yeah. And
Exactly. Thank you.
as you mentioned, I know that, when you watch the classes in English, of course it's challenging in the beginning, but when you get familiar with the terminology, it's getting easier. Even things kind of painful in the beginning, then it gets well after that, because you get used to and you learn faster, right? Because I was not in QA field, but I was in I since I'm in IT world now, I'm able to tell based on my experience and based on my other friends' experience. Yeah, you're totally right.
Thank you.
And yeah, could you give us information about the free Java course? I know when I do IT talk with instructor Ahmed, he already talk about it in Turkish, but now I wanna hear your answer.
Thank you. It will be similar to Turkish course. It will be for a month, and we are going to explain core Java until the maps subject, and we are going to explain variables, datas, of course, loops and arrays, and a few more things. I believe you will be able to understand the Java fundamentals when you complete the free course. And after that, you, of course, if you want to continue the course, you can choose our course, continue our course.
Yes, thanks for your suggestion for our students. And now I want to know about mentoring program. Could you give us information about the mentoring program at Vice Quarter?
Yes, I believe it is the most important point in Wise Quarter because we support our students until they got the job. They get the job. Firstly, in first month, in first week, there will be groups for the students, and there will be mentor who will assist them in every steps in the process. And so they will not be alone. If they face any walls in the process, our mentor will be waiting there for them to be able to assist them. So first, for example, I want to speak about a few activities we will complete in those mentoring groups Firstly, we'll use Flipgrid to prevent our students doing wrong things. For example, some students are afraid of cameras. Most of we have faced this difficulty. So if you are afraid of using cams, opening your cams, I can say you have to open it if you are afraid. If you are not afraid, it's not important. And to overcome that problem, our mentors will create a few activities. For example, you are going to answer a subject, just like an interview question, in front of the camera and save it. And we are going, our professionals will check the video and explain your positive and negative points. They will tell you your negative points, so you students will be able to improve them. It's very important, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a lot of activities, but I don't want to talk about them, all of them.
Some secrets. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. The Flipgrid that you mentioned, since I'm a career coach at Vice Quarter, I want to talk about that also. We tell the students record their answers, as you mentioned, and sometimes they shy, sometimes they don't want their answer to be visible for other students in the classroom. But then when they started, oh my God, you gotta see the improvements. Like in couple weeks, they are being professional. Like, imagine you went to the job interview and you don't know how to tell the answers. So even you know the answers, even you learn the material, when the students go to the job interview, they're having hard time to communicate and express their feelings and express their knowledge. So with those Flipgrid videos, they actually learn and they practice to answer the question. There are a lot of common interview questions everywhere. So if someone pay attention to those, especially soft skill questions, and do some practice, maybe in front of mirror or by recording their answer to video, that actually help them to improve their skills a lot. So those Flipgrid videos will be very helpful, so the students can record themselves, answer the question. If they don't like it, they answer it again. They'd answer it again. It will take time, but then when they practice, and of course they don't want to publish a bad video to the class, so they want to re-record it until it's satisfying. So that's why they do a lot of practice before they post it. that actually improve their soft skills, they improve their using body language, and they being positive. And because we also have some tips and tricks to give to our students, so they improve themselves a lot. They know what are the things they should not do, they know what are the things they should consider. And of course, as you mentioned, they have a feedback from our instructors. So if there's a student whose answer was not enough, of course we will not be like, you did bad job. No, we will still, motivate them, and we will tell them, oh, your answer is great, but what if you include this? And we will tell them what are the company's expectation from those type questions, so they will have idea what to say, what is the expectation, what people wants to hear when they ask questions. So it is so I saw the improvement with my students, so that's why I wanted to share that. And also I agree with you that the mentoring program is very important, because they have like friendship with their instructor,
Yes,
in a
actually.
small mentoring group. So they feel confident, they talk about their life, they talk about their families, they talk about struggle and problems that they have in their life. So this is very good part of a vice quarter, because I know most of the time the students having issue with motivation, like when they have an issue in their families. Let's say they have gas for 1 week and they cannot attend class, so those type of stuff make them lose the motivation, and they are like,
Yeah.
I think I gotta give up because I cannot keep track of the work. But actually, when they have the motivation and when their mentor is making them feel that they are not alone, then that will be very great support and always needed for those
Of course.
programs, because it's a long program. 6 months they need to be actively working every day. So of course, yeah, they really need someone that they feel like friend and ask their question easily. So yeah, and since
I
I
totally
mentioned
agree with you.
yeah, since I mentioned about the class long, how many how many hours in a day they will have a class? And I also want to know, like, is there any requirement for them, like a study every day, or maybe how many hours they need to spend in self studying? Can you tell us?
Of course. Our lessons will take 3 hours in on weekdays, and on Saturday it will be for 5 hours.
Mhm.
Weekdays it will start, as I told before, from 8 o'clock in Turkish clock, Turkish Turk,
Turkish some time zone, let's
yes,
say.
Turkish time. Sorry. Uh, and also self-study. As an instructor, I saw a lot of students who don't know how to study. Behind the screen, the most important thing to get prepared before the lesson. It doesn't take too much time. For example, we are going to share documents, of course. If you check, it will take only 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I believe. You should check the lessons before the starting the lesson, before starting the lesson. For example, when you check the program beforehand, you will understand better when you are listening to lesson, and you will say, aha, that's it, because we have seen it before. And after the lessons, you should review the lessons. Actually, I want to say you have to review the lesson, because every coder use their fingers and keyboards to write codes. And if you do not use your finger and keyboards, you will have a hard time while remembering them after the lesson. Even if you say it's very easy, please rewrite the codes. So this way, this will be your fundamental education. If it seems very easy for you. After a few lessons, we are going to perhaps start the complicated subject. But if you learn it at the fundamental level very good, you will be able to see the tricks in the complicated stuff, and they won't be any complicated anymore. Complicated.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
shortly, you have to do a quick look to the lessons before the lessons, and then review the code. I'm going to explain every critical points in our coding program. Its name is IntelliJ, and you do not need to review all the video. Just if you check the course briefings I have mentioned in the program, you may see the points.
Okay. That's good to know. And how about the property for the computer? Do they have to purchase new laptop, or can they use the laptop or the computer they currently have? Is there a like special needs? Can you tell us like what type of technical requirements that they will have, if there is
Uh,
any?
Most of students use their own laptops. They do not need to use a super laptop, of course.
Mm-hmm,
I believe there will be enough, but a second screen monitor will be required to understand lessons. Because
mm-hmm,
think I am teaching a lesson, and at the same time, I will ask you to write it on your IntelliJ, and you have to see me while I'm writing the course, and you should write them on your computer. So with the same only one screen, you will use a lot of time the top button, but it won't be enough. So first thing, you should have two screen for coding, I believe. And secondly, it's not very important, but your computer should have 8 GB RAM, but it doesn't matter if it is 4 or but lower than 4 will not be enough, I believe.
mm-hmm. Oh,
But
you said four is fine, but eight is better, right?
yes, of course.
Mhm.
Yes, correct.
Okay, 8 GB. And yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned the second screen, because yes, that's definitely helpful, because the students will be watching the live session and instructor will be teaching, and at the same time they want to apply what they learn in different screen. So while they're watching the instructor, they want to write it down, the code, and test it on their computer. And if doesn't code doesn't work, or if they get error on their screen, they can right away ask their question to the instructor, say I got error, or I got this type of screen. They can do screenshot and send it to the instructor that time during the class. So then the instructor will be able to help them out right away. So that's why it will be very useful if they have the second monitor. So I'm glad that you didn't forget about it. So yeah, it's a great advice. Yes. So how about the uh project? I know that the instructor Ahmed mentioned that the students will be able to do project, and they will be able to use the project, what they did in the project, in resume, and they will be able to use that experience when they apply for a job. So could you tell us information about it, about the project?
I believe the projects are like a golden mine here. You have to dig all gold from them, because in the course you will learn a lot of things. Of course, we are going to teach you how to use them, where to use them, but in the project you will experience a real job. So you will, I don't not use the technical words. You will have a manager, for example, and a boss. The boss will tell you a few things, and you will do them in your actual real job. Do not worry, our bosses are not very angry person. They will not use that kind of words. Politely, they will tell you what to do, and you will try to do complete the job in that time. Sorry for that.
Mhm.
While you are applying your knowledge, which you have learned from the course, you will also experience the real job, and you will use everything, and you will test a real web application while you are in the project, and we will have actually two projects to experience same thing twice, and you are going to feel the pressure of real job actually.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's a great experience. It will be great experience for them to apply what they know in the
of
project.
course,
And you said they will complete two projects, right? So yeah,
yes,
it's great. Yes.
and then
Yeah, you can continue. I just want to
I'm
for
sorry.
you.
For example, it will be very good resource for your interviews too. One of the most important faced question is what kind of difficulty have you faced before, and what have you done? And every project, believe me, every student will face a lot of difficulty while completing their projects. So they will explain the real things, they whatever they have faced so far. For example, I couldn't do that, and somehow while checking the Google, I found the solution and applied them. And there's you will use those experiences. Sorry, you will
Experience.
use experiences in your CVs and resumes. So when you apply to a job, you will say, "I have done this. I have completed API tests, for example, SQL tests. I use Java as a programming language." So the
Mhm.
companies will see you that way. You are experienced. You have faced these things. As I told you before, I think they are like a golden mine. Very
Yeah.
important.
Yes. So yeah, I really liked that experience opportunity because usually people work in a company, they start from scratch, they try to learn a lot of things, and they try to do research, learn the things by themselves, and after like 2 years, then they kind of became experienced person and start their own project or involved in the current project more than before. But first couple years in the job, usually people are like junior trying to learn the stuff when they start from scratch. But as you mentioned here, when they actually have opportunity given to do the project in those type of boot camps, then they already start a job with the experience. So they already do the project and they learn all the programming and languages and whatever they need before they apply for a job, which is a great opportunity since those projects will be you know uh, fast. So so you're saying they will do two projects and they after they learn the topics, and the course is only 6 months, so that means that it will be very busy, so people can learn those information longer time in real life world. I mean in real job experience, but here they will be able to learn lots of information in short time. So of course the program seems like it will be busy for them, but yeah, as long as they attend the classes, and if they miss a class, if they watch the recording and communicate with their mentor and communicate with their career coach, then they should be fine, right?
I believe so. Exactly.
Yes. You're supposed to say yes, come on.
Yes.
Okay. So
Absolutely yes.
I'm just joking. Yeah. My last question for you, but if you have any other question, you can if there's anything that you want to mention, you could. But I just want you talk about soft skills a little more because you know that when students be on market, of course, the technical information is very important,
Mhm.
but if they know a lot of information, but if they don't know how to talk and how to answer the questions, like using their body language and having smiley face or those type of, soft skills being very important, because companies doesn't want to work with people that they cannot communicate. It's they want to work with the person who is going to create a value for the company and create strong relationship with other team members, because usually in IT world, we work with other people. So same thing in my case. We have a team, we work together. So in IT world, you always do the product together with other people. So for example, since I'm developer, I will create it, I will send it to the QA and they will test it, and
Yes,
they
you
will
will.
tell me if I did it wrong. They will tell me that, right? So yeah, communication is very important. That's why the company doesn't want to work with a person that they cannot talk or they cannot communicate, and they also don't want to work with the person who has a high ego.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that being confident. Being confident is a different story, and have ego is a different story. So that's why, I want to know if you have anything to add for the soft skill interview preparation.
In interviews, from my experiences, I can say most of the time they ask a lot of things, a lot of questions about soft skills, and there are more than technical questions actually. When they think they know a few things about being a tester, they start asking soft skill questions. For example, what would you do if you have a problem with your friends? Uh, for example, it's one of the basic questions and ask it very frequently, very often. So, as in our mentoring programs, our mentors will explain a lot of things to you, and you will know what you should take care of, for example. And you will apply your knowledge to your project and courses. So you will get the soft skills passively. You will learn them by doing them. You are going to learn them while applying them. You are going to using them with your friends in the group. So, for example, one of the most important things companies usually say the technical stuff can be learned from Unity, from YouTube, and etc. From getting a professional education, from a professional education, or etc. But humanity, soft skills cannot be learned. So first thing they think about is they are going to spend a lot of time with you. They will be colleague with you and work with you. So it is very important, and we will try to get touch to those questions, those subjects too.
Okay, thank you so much for your
I
input.
thank you.
Yeah, so if you don't have anything to add, I actually want to complete the session, because when, of course, talking about being a QA tester is so fun, and we can talk about it like 2 hours at least. But yeah, we don't want to make the recording so long, so we are recording it right now. So if the students can watch the recording later if they missed the live session, and they can continue asking their questions. And we have a WhatsApp group and Telegram group at the vice quarter, so if they want to join our groups and continue asking their question, they could, and we will be able to communicate with them. And if they want to learn about the pricing and the detail about the course, our customer service will be able to communicate with them, answer their further questions. So thank you so much.
I want to add something. I saw a question on the YouTube about age. I can
Yeah.
say I had a student which he is 55 right now, and he started 5 years ago, and he actually got the job. They didn't ask anything about the age. If you know the thing, if you know how to be a tester, if you know your job, and as I told you before, we are going to teach you from zero, from scratch, so don't worry about learning it. You will receive a new career in testing. I can say that I am actually sure of that. You will be able to success.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that you mentioned it because, you know, since the courses are designed for the students who doesn't have any background, so even students doesn't have any coding background or they didn't have any degree related field, which is okay. So they will be able to get all the information they need. So during that 6 months course, they will be actually have all in one, like whatever they need to be experienced QA tester, they will be able to have that. So which is great that you mentioned. Is there any other question?
No, so far I couldn't be
So I
just
think
one.
we covered everything, right? Okay, that's good. So I just want to see if I miss anything. So thank you so much for
I
all
thank
the
you.
information. Yeah. So
I
thank you
think
so
that way
much.
too. I thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.